actually getting set up for an evening hunt here tonight. It's a little bit breezy. We got a perfect southeast wind right now. Actually, it's a good thing I came in early because I needed to move my stand set, which I did very quietly. I got it a little bit closer actually to some of my mock scrape setups. I got 2 of them down here that I just freshened up. Set up on an oak ridge that funnels through here to a late bean food source. It's been just absolutely the best food plot I've ever seen. You know, I've never really had a lot of success over beans, but this was a late bean food source this year. And I've had trail camera pictures here for the past couple months of some giants in there, including one ridiculous monster. But, you know, there's so many other good bucks in here, it's hard telling. But it's November 1st, and by the date, you know, things rock at this time of year, so I'm real excited. I'm hoping to just sit back and settle in. I got plenty of time now. I'm going to sit back and just kind of get settled in here and see what the night might bring. Stay tuned. There's a good buck coming. Good buck. That's unbelievable, man. It's November 1st. I made a horrible shot on that deer. I mean, I thought he was right at 40, but it must have been 35. I just hit him high enough to spine him. Man, I tell you, I've practiced a lot here lately, and I feel confident in my abilities, but I got lucky. You know, I spined him there, and he ended up kind of sliding down. I had to put another arrow in him, but he's done right over here. That's a nice buck. It's actually one that I've got a trail cam picture of. It's not the monster either that I was, you know, knew was in this area, knew was a good shooter, but this one here is that's a great shooter buck. That's a nice, wide, I don't know how many points he's got. Actually, the trail camera picture I have of him is only of one side, but I'm going to go ahead and slip out of here and go get some help and go get the camera, and we're going to go celebrate a little bit. That's a nice buck right there. I'm proud of that one. All right, we're going to walk up here, take a look at him, but you see my stands right back here, little ladder stand. I actually set up a scrape right here. He was coming right into it. The scent was kind of, the wind was kind of paralleling up here, but I just put out and freshened up the scrape with this new stuff Don Higgins kind of told me about it at the Iowa Deer Classic last year. He gave me a pack of it. It's called Deer Dirt, and it's got some estrus in it, but it's November 1st. This guy was coming in on a string, and he came over, worked another scrape. He was going to come down the line, I thought, but he worked up that scrape, and then he worked his way out in the field, though. So I tried to grunt him, and he stopped, but he just cruised on. It's a little bit breezy, but he's laying right here. You can see my poor shot sticking up here, but the other one finished him off. Well, here's my '07 buck. Tagged out on November 1st. I can't believe it, actually. This is pretty wild. He's a good buck. You know, I wasn't sure about him. I knew he didn't have excellent match from the trail camera picture, but man, he's got a lot of points, and he's a mature buck. You know, there's some giants out here, and that actually is thanks to a lot of my cousin's hard work, which I owe him a big thanks, along with my uncle. This big guy, you know, it's hard to pass down, especially at 5:30 in the afternoon. I mean, he's a nice and wide buck. I got a big look at this right side here. As he came in, he worked a scrape, but what a great buck. I tell you, I couldn't be happier to be tagged out, because now I can go and video for all my buddies. And you know, didn't put the greatest shot on him, but you know, it actually worked out all right. I ended up getting him. You hate to see a deer get hit bad, but you know what? It's nice to be able to recover and put a good shot on something. But what a great buck.